back with another video. Yes, we are back. Today we're talking about helium yet again and the ROI, return on investment. Here today, it is April 18th, 2022. Now, if you're thinking about getting into the helium market, there's a few things that you may need to know. We are at 700,000 hotspots already. That means 700,000 people out there are mining this helium and um, earning part of the daily helium that's rewarded to the people that have hotspots. Um, and the average, let's do Los Angeles again, the average daily earnings from hotspots, I believe, is around 0.09. You can check on the Helium app. It won't show here, I guess, but the average hotspot earns 0.09 helium each day. And we are at a price of, I think it was $19. Right now we're at a price of helium price. Right. $19. There it is, sorry. $19.16. Okay. So you do the math, right? $19.09 just changed to 09 times 0.09. That means the average person is earning $1.7181 a day. And the question is, what's the ROI on that? Well, there's two ways you could do this. The number one way is on the Helium app, after you've bought the hotspot, set it up, and there's a new features clicking you can click in how much you paid for the particular hotspot, and then the Helium app will automatically calculate your ROI, your return on investment. So that's one way to do it. The other way is, well, hey, Ben, I want to see if it's right for me. Like, should I buy a hotspot now? And does it make sense for me? Well, that's a good question. I'm going to do an example, and the example is of my hotspots. Okay, so currently I have 4 hotspots. 3 of them are deployed, one of them's waiting for a location. I'm trying to find a new location. A good location, right? Okay, so I have a Fenestra miner. That was my first miner ever. It cost me $953. Way too expensive, guys. If you're paying $953 these days, you just won't. This was not even aftermarket. I bought it straight from a distributor, and it cost me that much. Crazy. Okay. And the Fenestra miner, it's not doing great. I don't know what it is. Anything I do here about this Fenestra miner, it just doesn't do great. Okay. The other, I also have a SenseCap. $700 is what I bought for. Okay. This is probably my best miner. It's in the best location too, so it's tough to, it's tough to compete with the really good location, but it's probably my best miner. We see a lot of other Soren from Daily something Helium. He uses SenseCap. He does breakdowns of the SenseCap. He loves the SenseCap, and for good reason, right? It's a good performing miner. The other one is the Rack Black Hotspot that I have. Bought it for $450 and is actually giving my SenseCap a run for its money in a worse location, right? So that's good too. Okay. The second, and then I bought another SenseCap, like I said. This one was actually like $500. I haven't deployed it yet, so I haven't incorporated it in this sheet's days till ROI. Okay. Other little things that I did, I bought an antenna for the Fenestra. Cost me $156. This is not a good antenna. This is not one that I would recommend. But it was my first one, and I'm learning, and I'm trying to pass that information on to you guys in a clear, concise way. So if you would like to subscribe, turn that bell notification on, like, comment, it would do wonders for the channel. But mainly this is just for you guys. Okay. Also, I bought a 6 dBi McGill antenna for this sense cap here, and that cost me $167. I bought the amplifier, the Shreen amplifier that I did a video on in the past. I'll link that video in the description. I'm doing testing on that currently, so we'll see how it does. The other one, I bought a 7.5 dBi, McGill. This is another McGill antenna for the rack hotspot, and I'm using the amplifier with it. That cost me $332. I bought some other amps and filters for these other ones that I haven't received yet, but so I hadn't included, but I will eventually. And that brings my total cost to $3,134, some odd cents. Okay. My Fenestra makes 0.067 per day. That's based off of its 30-day performance, which is less than the average. Remember, the average is 0.09, right? So my Fenestra is not doing great. The sense cap makes 0.173. That's based off of its 30-day average, which is by far my best miner. The rack hotspot was just recently deployed. It has about 3 days. That's its 3 days average, 0.11. Okay. So at Helium's current price of $19, right? That gives me a ROI of 428 days, over 1 year, right? Over 1 year at its current price. And then we have, if Helium were to go to $19.50, my new ROI is 416 days, and so on and so forth, right? Now, this is for 3 miners plus antennas plus amplifiers. And you can tell if it went to its all-time high, my ROI would be 119 days. What I'm trying to tell you is any business where you get your money back in a year and a half is a pretty good business. Okay, I can't think of any other business where you get your money back in that time frame. So if you have a really good spot to deploy your miner, you get a good antenna, maybe some amplifiers to boost these numbers, these daily numbers, then your ROI is even quicker, right? And I just put this Shrine amplifier on this rack black hotspot, so this number could go up. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where it goes up. This number goes up, we drastically change our ROI, right? This gets increased by 0.04 per day just with the amplifier, right? It changes it drastically, right? The average. So that's where we're at. Okay, this is without the amplifier. So we'll keep a good eye on this guy. How does this affect my ROI, right? And we'll kind of go from there. So I can make this sheet available to anyone if there's interest in that. You just have to let me know in the description if you guys really want it, and I can make it available. Other than that, the schematic shows, obviously, you know, um, the helium price per um, days to ROI. So I'll leave it at that there, and you guys can decide. Let me know. Do you think it's worth a try to deploy a hotspot in 2022, in April 2022, or are you guys looking for another project? Let me know in the description. Look forward to hearing back from you guys. We'll talk soon.